to you.
Good morning. Welcome to my closet. It's not really my closet, but we have a little bit of a leak in the closet. So all of my, well, not all of my jackets, but all of the jackets that were subjected to the drip are now out here so they can dry, so they don't get like really moldy. They're not super soaked, but there's a little bit of a drip, and I love my jackets. I need my jackets. I'm not George. I'm not shorts and a t-shirt. So
It's an easy fix. I got the part to fix it, but it's been raining, so I can't fix it yet.
yeah, it's raining. It's kind of hard to fix the leak when there's rain. Make it worse. So it's not a big deal. I mean, they're meant to be outside in the weather, but we're here in beautiful Solomons and this lovely anchorage. Are we in the Miles?
Back River. We're tucked
we
up
went
in the
up the
very
back
head of Back River, yeah.
Okay, we went into the back river. We went to a whole bunch of different parts trying to figure out where to anchor. It's a good thing we didn't come here on the weekend because the anchorages were full. And it's like a Monday in October. It's been raining. It's not like it's totally beautiful, awesome weather to be out here. I don't mind it, but I'm prepared for it. But it's beautiful. We dropped anchor last night, had a lovely dinner, super peaceful sleep. The boat didn't move like once, not a single sound, because I wake up to every single sound that happens on this boat, just making sure we're not sinking, no one's walking on the boat. We're all good. We've never sank. We've never had anyone walking on the boat. There's never actually been a problem. I'm a high alert. I learned it all from Biscuit. If you know, you know. But so we woke up, it's beautiful out, rested. It's still a little bit drizzly, so we're still in our rain jackets. But we got a little bit of a surprise because we had someone post on our Facebook page that they saw us, and there was a picture of us sitting in this beautiful anchorage. So my parents are super happy to see a picture of where we are, and that was cool. We haven't had that happen before, and they seem pretty friendly. And it's the first picture we have of the Curious George since, well, not the first picture we have, but the first picture from afar where we get the full glory and image to see all the work.
Not cluttered by all the other boats in the marina and everything else, yeah.
Well, not even that. You just get to see all of the beautiful new paint that we did, all of the canvas that George did. So I saw it and I was like, wow, we look pretty nice. I didn't realize our boat looks that good.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was fun to see. So.
Other people might disagree, but compared to where we started to where we are now, this boat looks pretty amazing. So we're all dressed because we're going to go ahead into town. In the town, there's no wind, like at all. At least the forecast said there's no wind out in the Chesapeake, and there's absolutely no wind back here. So I could assume there's no wind. So we decided to hang out, explore the town, and just go see what's there. It's, as George said, an amazing cruising destination in the Chesapeake Bay. We haven't been to it yet, so why rush through?
Yep, as Kelly said, many thanks to the guy that spotted us and posted a picture of us. It was pretty exciting. Anybody else, if you ever do spot us out in the world, you see a boat with a monkey on the back of it with a couple of monkeys on the boat, make sure to take a picture and post us on it. We got a Facebook page, so thank you much for spotting us and for giving us some recognition and for following along. Glad to have you along as a new friend. We're going to go to town. Get this all disconnected and then hand it back up to you, and then I can move around so you can get on real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to do it that way.
It's not easy. If you don't mind loosening the halyard, then I can get it off.
It's not easy for you at like over a foot taller than me. I don't think so.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll do that.
This place is absolutely beautiful. We're tucked way back up at the very head of the creek, and I'm glad we did because now we're going to be able to row throughout all of it. I did decide to not put the dinghy engine on, so I'm going to have to row everywhere, but that means I get my workout, and that's good. And we were leaving the boat, and the guy that tagged us on Facebook came out and hollered to us from his dock, so we went over and chatted with him. His name's Daryl. Very friendly guy, very helpful, gave us a lot of tips about town, and he also pointed out that he's got a mannequin skeleton up on his porch. And when Kelly came out this morning and she was like, hey, somebody tagged us on Facebook and posted a picture of the boat, in the anchorage, she was like, oh, and that guy's actually sitting out on his porch, and I waved to it, and nobody waved back, and I was like, what's that about? And then later on, we saw him out again, and so we waved to him again, and then went over and realized that we were waving at his mannequin the entire time, not him, so.
It was dressed.
It was dressed. It looked just like a person from a distance. So, but got to chat with him for a bit, and now we're just kind of making our way through the Back Creek area to try to find some place we can land the dinghy so we can go wander through shore. But I'm very glad we're spending a day here instead of just charging on south and skipping this, because this is beautiful.
Don't mind that noise, that's just me twisting on the dinghy.
Kelly had lots of beans.
I did not have anything for breakfast this morning. It's just the dinghy making weird noises. Just enjoy the beautiful scenery, ignore the noise.
Kelly's gonna try the rowing.
He's not much better. I just got him on a good moment. Oop.
I am much better. We've been cruising.
You had more practice before we filmed you. It's a little different than whitewater kayaking.
A little bit.
A little bit different than flatwater kayaking. And much different than, well, I've never seen kayaks, but bush river kayaking with a tide. Yeah, that. I don't know how to coordinate my arms. How do I?
They are moving at different speeds.
Well, I'm trying to, the boat's turning and I'm trying to keep it straight. But to do that, I need to do a little bit harder on one side and lighter on the other side. So I'm trying to do it at the same time.
It's also a little bit harder to do it forwards than backwards. There is
Oh, that makes more sense.
a couple pads right here that are actually for an inflatable seat that's supposed to be for the rowing, but we don't have that inflatable seat, so
Why don't we have that inflatable seat?
it disappeared along with many, many other things. The old oars, we had to get the new oars, so
Yeah.
those disappeared somehow. That's what happens when you have a 30-year-old boat on
I was
this.
gonna say, I guess most things from your childhood you lost too.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You're getting it.
I'm working on it. I just
Uh-oh.
that left arm.
It's like talking, chewing bubble gum and walking at the same time. That's what it is.
Chewing bubble. You can't chew bubble gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah, people say it's hard to chew bubble gum and walk at the same time. It's a joke.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't have that problem.
Talking and rowing at the same time. It's tough.
No, it's not the talking. I don't know. I'm gonna be able to eat with my left hand so much better now. already practiced.
If we ever get somewhere to eat.
Whatever.
What are you going to see in a second?
The Calvert Marine Museum.
But what else?
We hear there's some otters, which are really cute. So I'm hoping some otters. Hope
Yep.
they're very happy otters, loving their home. And I just want to see some otters.
We had lunch with our new friend Daryl, and we were asking about where to go in town. And I did ask about this place because I'd seen it online. It's called the Calvert Marine Museum. It's supposed to be a cool spot. And he did say they have an aquarium and they have a couple of otters, and it's pretty awesome. So we definitely have to go and see the otters. We're going to go find out.
Hi. Oh, look at it. You have the bubbles.
How cool are your new friends?
Amazing.
She got really sad because I went away.
Well, they did, and I thought they were eating for the night, being tucked into their indoor warm igloo area. But they're back now. They're really loud. The two youngest are 6 years old, which, I mean, they're not pets, but in terms of like if they were dogs, that's, you know, mature. And the oldest is 19 years old. I thought they were all like 2 or 3 years old. They're so playful and doing like all sorts of twists and flips, and they're just playing and going crazy and having the best day of their lives. At least it looks like it. Maybe there's been a better day, but they're having a wonderful time in here. And I'm having a wonderful time watching them swim around and play and just go crazy.
They're adorable.
Very adorable. And I like to think that they're curious about me, and that's why they keep coming over here, but I think this just might be their favorite corner of their play zone. I'm gonna keep pretending it's because they want to talk to me and bat their eyeballs at me.
You probably can't see both, but we were at lunch and we saw like this old tall ship sailing in the harbor. We were looking out over the Bay of Solomons, and this old tall ship comes cruising on past. And as Kelly and I are walking down to the point, this has been like 2 hours since then, it's heading out to the bay, and then there's this new one coming in. So it's like invasion of the old ships. I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of cool to see. I'm gonna have to look it up and see what it is. One of them was British, this one's American, so it's a battle. Something's going on. It's gonna be cool. We'll stick around. But important stuff. I got my ice cream, Kelly got her French fries, so we got that checked off. And the otters were awesome. They were like the best thing ever. And after we finished watching them on the outside, we came inside and they had like some special feeding for Halloween where they had all these treats hidden in all kinds of little compartments, and they went absolutely bonkers. It was so much fun to watch. All three of them just going crazy all over the place and digging through everything they could. So it's been a really great day in Solomons.
It's always a little bit of a process to figure out where to land the dinghy whenever you arrive somewhere new. And I'm glad we met somebody who was a local who could actually tell us. There was a restaurant that he actually recommended, and we were going to eat out anyway. And he said, well, you can just tie up at their place, and they've got a nice dinghy dock, which they did. And then they let us leave it there while we were walking around town. So it worked out perfectly. And it's right where the really old ships are too. So this is the British one that actually turned around when the American one was coming in and came back into port. And the American one's docked over there. So something's definitely going on. I'm not sure what it is though.
Load the cannons!
We should probably get out of Dodge before they start firing. Don't want to be collateral damage.
Are you happy with your 2 old ships behind you?
It's pretty cool. It's very, very cool. It's neat to see old stuff like that. I mean, they're replicas of something, but somebody took the time to make something like that. That's pretty neat. Plus, I was thinking earlier, it's kind of funny that, you know, we start out this whole cruising thing. We ended up being delayed getting out of town, actually by a day because I got sick. And then we got delayed the day we were supposed to leave, so we didn't make it as far south. Because we didn't make it as far south, then we had to stop a little bit sooner. And the next day we ended up having some engine trouble, which means we couldn't make it even as far south as we were going to, so we ended up in Solomons. Turns out we get to Solomons, it's very busy here, and we have to end up going snaking all the way upriver to find an anchorage and drop the anchor. And it turns out that all of those things came together to mean that we actually got to meet somebody that told us about the town and allowed us to really kind of have a great first day here visiting and first kind of neat experience of cruising while we're out here. So sometimes life just sort of works out to let you meet people, which is very, very fun. I'm glad of that. Bring my ships.
They're about to fight.
Oh, sweet. Cannons pointed at each other.
I think they're just talking.
Oh, well, that's no fun.
I had to look out of the camera to be able to see if they're actual cannons.